Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another review by Redonkulous Gaming. I am Veetster, and be sure to visit our website at redonkulousgaming.com for more Nintendo Switch news. And follow us on Twitter at RedonKGaming. If you like this video, please click that subscribe button. All information can be found in the description below. Today, I will be reviewing the Sparko 2 Evo. So let's start with the story. In the Sparko 2 Evo, or I'm going to call it S2E for short, you control a Sparko and your goal is to consume microelements in order to evolve. The game provides the player with the opportunity to pick three evolutionary paths. First, the red path, which evolves the Sparko into a carnivore and makes it fast. Second, the green path, which evolves the Sparko into an herbivore that is calm and slow. And finally, the third path, the blue path, which evolves the Sparko into an omnivore whose features lie in between the green and red path. Beyond that, there is not much more to the story of S2E. So let's get into the graphics. The game's graphics are gorgeous and oddly mesmerizing. The colors are soothing, and the design really makes you feel like you are in a pool of primordial ooze trying to get a Sparko to evolve and just flowing through the goop to find the resources necessary to evolve to the next level. The obstacles are simplistic in design, yet complement the game perfectly. The Sparko and other creatures and microelements seem to just fit right for the game's design and premise. The sound effects are wispy and remind me of gusts of wind that are just suddenly breezing through. They are fast and occur when you eat microelements or other creatures in the abyss. Now the gameplay. S2E's gameplay has two options, either controller mode or touchscreen. There are not that many controls to worry about, just movement, dive, rise, and your special power. When controlling your Sparko, it is preferable to use the touchscreen. The controller mode is handy for when you want to dock the system, but the controls feel a little bit clunky. This is kind of understandable though, because the game was originally designed for mobile phones where the controls were all touchscreen. You move around the abyss and follow pings to find microelements of the color you wish to evolve with. Throughout the levels, you meet other inhabitants of the abyss, and if you are not evolved enough and bump into them, the game pushes you up to a higher level than you are currently on. When you do evolve to a certain level, you can begin to consume the other creatures, and they will give you microelements depending on what type of creature and color they are. There is a competitive mode which allows you to play against an AI, and your goal is to just consume as much resources as you can before the AI does. This means you aren't being particular to a specific color, except it does kind of help in the later levels because when you do consume specific colors over others, it allows you to evolve so that you can go down further and consume creatures. It is not something that gets the blood pumping though, and it doesn't really get your palms sweating. All it does is add a little urgency to the levels so that you aren't just floating aimlessly throughout each abyss. My conclusions for this game: S2E is an experience that has been designed to fill your free time and make it fun. Players need to understand this about the game. I believe the game is an experience. There are no big bad guys to deal with, or final bosses, or any secret plot to take over the world. S2E is just there to fill your time and to be a time killer. Unfortunately, I feel there's a big disconnect with bringing this game to the Switch, and it is just a potential money grab. The game is designed for touchscreen, and if it came down to it, I would rather pay the $2.99 on iTunes to get it on my iPhone than the $4.99 to get it on my Switch, which, to be honest, I would never play in touchscreen mode. Because just to get into the game, you need your controller so the console recognizes it, and when I'm on the go, my controllers will be docked to the system, and I will just use those, more so I don't lose the controllers than wanting to use the control scheme. Because of this unique situation, this game is really hard for me to score. I really engage with the uniqueness of the game, its art and music, and the experience it is trying to represent. And with that, I give the gameplay a 9 out of 10, and the experience a 9 out of 10. So if this were a game review for a mobile phone game, I would give it a 9 out of 10. However, this is a review for a game for the Nintendo Switch, and because the game just misses the mark and really mars the experience of the game on the console, I have to give it a 4 out of 10. The game doesn't belong on this console, nor any console, honestly. This game should be purely dedicated to mobile phones, and I do recommend that if you want to try out this game, to go to the Android store or iTunes store and pick it up. It lives up to what it says it wants to deliver.